situation in Carolina and what my reaction is to the performance and the post-game performance on the mics. This is the Cameron Sadeghi Show. Okay, so, those of you just joining on the Cameron Sadeghi Show, we were going to talk about the Carolina Panthers and what troubles they've been going through. Let's just start with the game first. I am deeply surprised that they lost that lead and they couldn't manage, and this team has a ton of problems. Truly does. How could a team of this nature, who they have talent, they look good, they shouldn't be losing these games, and they did. They shouldn't be turning the football over. They shouldn't be, doing so poorly defensively. And well, defensively, I thought they were okay. I thought they did a good job. But I'm surprised at Cam Newton's comments today in the postgame. He said, we need a suggestion box for the play calling, and he was talking about how the play calling was questionable and how they were inefficient offensively, and he doesn't like the culture and the vibe and all the... And Cam Newton, and I'm going to be respectful in this regard, and I really think Cam Newton is going to be a really, really, really good talent in a few years. I mean, premier talent. He's really solid. Okay? But it doesn't mean that you can go out in the press conference and say those things. Suggestion box, that's too cruel. And I know the Charlotte Observer, they drew a Hello Kitty picture on their editorial, and that was disgusting on the Charlotte Observer's part, and how they personified Cam Newton. And I know he's been going through a lot. The whole franchise is on his shoulders, but come on, man. Really? You didn't have to go there. You didn't have to say all the... And I know he's frustrated. I'd be frustrated too, and I think most of America would. But you got to keep the poise. You got to keep the confidence, and you have to keep those in-house problems in-house. You got to talk about it within your teammates, not vocalize it in the media, because it can be blown apart and it can be really personified poorly. Like today, he talked about it, we talk about it, right? You got the little sports center talking about it too. Get Herm Edwards trying to give you life advice, and Stephen A. Smith. Look, that's the thing whenever you vocalize it to the media. Things are blown out of proportion, usually, and you're going to get hammered if you say anything negative. You're not just going to get hammered, you're going to get double hammered. Especially if you had two instances and you've had some, troublesome times the way Cam Newton is at. Okay? So, please. I mean, Cam, come on. Gotta keep the composure. But I just hope that the Panthers, and I think Ron Rivera is a solid coach. I think that this team is still good. I think they have a good squad. I think they've got a lot of talent on their hands. But they can't keep shooting themselves in the foot. They've got to come and recognize and find a way to win these type of games. And the Panthers are gonna remain in the same spot if they don't change. And I hope the change will occur. I hope. I'm hoping the Panthers will do well, because I don't want to see Cam Newton come out as a bust. I don't like it. I don't like quarterbacks who come out as busts. I feel bad for Ryan Leaf. I feel bad for Achilles Smith. I feel bad for Jamarcus Russell. I don't want Cam Newton to be in a situation with so much pressure on him and he can't handle the pressure because the team's putting exponentially, like, skyrocketing pressure on one man's shoulders. It's got to stop. And if Carolina doesn't stop, if this continues, there might need to be a lot of changes in a few years if this continues the same exact way. But I hope it changes. So, we're going to be heading out soon on the Cameron Sadeghi Show. I want to give you some NFL scores. I'm going to just tell you an NFL update. The Cincinnati Bengals are leading the Pittsburgh Steelers with 2:17 to go in the first quarter. 7-3. 7-3 Cincinnati. I wonder if I could give you a playoff picture. Yeah, okay. I think I could. Will I be able to? Yes, maybe. Alright. I have a playoff picture right now. Here for all of you today. The NFL.com, they have a playoff picture. If the season ended today, this is what it would be like. For the AFC, the first seed would be the team that I mentioned, the Houston Texans. The second team who lost to the Houston Texans, the Baltimore Ravens. Third, Patriots. Fourth, Broncos. Fifth, San Diego Chargers. And sixth, the Miami Dolphins. All those teams are, if the playoffs were to end today, they'd all be in it. In the NFC, the Falcons are the only undefeated team, and they stay atop. The Bears are second, Giants are third, and the Niners are fourth. Vikings, the team that I talked about earlier, fifth, and the Packers, who got a big victory against the St. Louis Rams, they're sixth. So, if the playoffs were to end today, those would be the teams. That's the thing. Those are the teams that you need to know if you want to know for the playoff hunt, playoff picture. You can check that on NFL.com. I'll give you the link to that. You can go see that for yourself. We're going to head out on and leave the program. We really appreciate your input, everyone's input. Thank you, Fizz. Thanks to everyone who's listened to the program. We'll be back here Sunday. Yes, Sunday at 5 o'clock. Please listen to me. Sunday at 5 o'clock. There will be 2 shows tomorrow. Gafford and Brown will be doing a show. So keep checking that. Primetime 2832. You can follow him on Twitter. You can check when he's going to have a show. Gafford and Brown. Also, Nick and Phil. They'll be back Monday, tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Spreaker.com, on National Sports. They'll be on the program. They'll be on the network. They'll be talking about the games. You know Nick and Phil. They have very strong opinions week in and week out. They had Russell Baxter last week as a guest. Maybe they'll get a new guest this week. So they will have all your Week 7 news and updates that you need to know. Alright. That's a wrap. That's the end. Thank you for listening to the program. Meet me here, 5 o'clock Pacific Time. The Cameron Sadeghi Show on Spreaker.com. We really appreciate your comments. We really appreciate we appreciate you listening to this entire program, this entire network, this entire channel. Please like us on Facebook, National Sports, no space, only capital letter is the first letter and N. So please like us there. We'll give you updates there. So please and thank you very much for your input. And like always, hasta luego.